Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? I see we're over here. It's Pernell Bobby, your AstroShaman. As you see the adjustments, you see the expansion. That said, who are you?
I'm Eileen, Mexican Bruja.
Hey, what's up? So we're going to go ahead today and give out rising sign forecast. So everybody's actually able to comment in the chats between, like I said, Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. I made it open to everybody, not just members. So take advantage of it. Off the rip early, I want you to drop your sign. Wherever Sagittarius sits, it'd be a really good reminder just to drop that sign. But separate from that, oh, look at that. I actually see we're live right here and it's public. Okay. Cool. So I want to let y'all know off the rip as I give y'all a little ticker at the bottom. I'm the AstroShaman, Pernell Bobby, baby. This is what it is. I'm empowering the world of harmony, leveraging astrology. It's been a journey with the tweaking of the name, the focus, but every first and third Sunday at 10 a.m. All right, Central Time. I live here in Guadalajara, Mexico with the Mexican Bruja. Those astrology memberships are officially available. So definitely check that out. Okay, just that one last reminder here on screen that we're going off with it. Drop your what's up, Sakitin? How you doing? Okay, I see you checking in. I want to show you some love. Definitely. What's up, Anthony? See you checking in. Saturn in the 6th house. We're gonna try to see if we get that going on. And also thank you to Anthony, one of our channel members, who joined in the membership on the back end. Okay, exactly what I was making the mention about here. So I do want to say thank you. I appreciate it. As we get closer and closer to diving in. Eileen, would you like to, after you enjoy yourself, no, feel free, enjoy yourself. Would you like to just pull a card overall for this new moon? This new moon is happening on the 1st degree. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on the new moon itself rather than the forecast because I have other videos out there. So for this, what I want to say is one, drop your Sagittarius placements, but two, I want to ask you, how would you like to feel empowered by the end of this message? Sagittarius is a very optimistic, hopeful type of energy. And so I really want to focus on the empowerment. We've had plenty of stuff going on. What's up, Kathy? Hey, what's going on, Kathy? We've had plenty of stuff going on. Kathy! Pass! All right, here we go. We have plenty of stuff going on in Scorpio season when it came to cutting ties. It came to having to move on from people, situations, things, desires, hedonistic pleasures that really just got outdated. It got to the point where look, this is an old version of ourselves. So, now that we stepping into this more pure form, which is what Scorpio season invited, today is like Sag season. We got the new moon in Sagittarius. We got Mercury in Sagittarius. This is a very hopeful, lovely energy. I want you to drop one adjective about a Sagittarius that you know in your life. Okay, what's the adjective? Just drop it in the chat. We made it open to everybody. Eileen's gonna go ahead and pull some overall energy for you.
All right. So the Emperor.
Okay. So what's going on with the Imp? It's on this side.
Yeah, the camera is flipped. Okay, I think you get the idea.
They get the idea.
Okay, that's the Emperor card. It is really like a very healthy masculine energy. Mm-hmm. It is all about knowing how to manage the resources, understanding that this person, the Emperor, is a leader. So he's not actually doing the things, rather just telling people what to do. And he makes sure that the whole engine just works. Understanding where are the problems, how to solve them, looking really at the big picture. And I really think that this is one of the main descriptions for Sagittarius season overall, focus on the big picture. We cannot keep focusing on the small details because this is just gonna take us longer. It's just gonna mess up with our heads and it's gonna make us lose sight of what's really important. So this is what the Emperor overall is all about. He's understanding the whole kingdom, how it works, making sure that everyone has a task and then that they are doing properly. So translate it also to your own day-to-day. If you're not a CEO, you can just go overall and go into yourself. What is your big picture? What is your big dream? What are the literally? What are the things that make you hopeful? What are the dreams that you want to manifest in this new moon? Because it is new moon. It is perfect for manifestation. We just got out of all these eclipses blocking the energy and making it just very weird. And we finally have this new moon who gives us a brand new start. So what do you want to achieve by the next full moon?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, we're back.
We back on? I don't know. Are we back on? Can y'all see me? Somebody give me a chat or thumbs up or something like that. Let me know green light. We got too much power going on.
It was a very powerful message. I feel like right on point. I think we're on again.
Yes, I see you. Okay, cool. All right. I want to make sure there's anybody else leave the studio. No, I want to stay in the studio. Okay, I want to stay in the studio. I think it went back out.
Anthony says we're
Okay.
on to.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
All right. I was like, it's getting funky, yo. It's getting funky. The messages coming in and out. Crazy. I see you. Okay, cool.
So, what's the last thing that you heard?
I know. Well, I'm almost curious because I see this one's getting funky on that side, and that one's funky on this side.
Oh no, I disconnected the internet, so.
Okay. Yo, they playing games, man. What's going on? They gonna let us give the message out or what? Yeah, like I honestly can't tell if it's playing games or not. Let's see if that pops up on screen. Okay, apparently it is. This one's the only one that's actually moving well. Somebody, it's frozen, no?
Yeah, I think it's going slow.
Man, why they playing games?
It's in the other internet.
Okay, I think this one is officially moving because I look clear on that side. Cause somebody give me one more thumbs up.
It looks clear here.
I think we're finally, somebody in the chat, just give me a thumbs up. Let me know you can see me. I do believe we're actually, Wi-Fi is back on, connected. Just give me a thumbs up, give me a check mark, give me a yes. Oh, that's one definitely, we got sound balls. Sound balls gonna definitely jack us all up. All right, I'm running with it. I'm gonna trust. And that's one of the things that off the rip Sagittarius is asking us to do. It's asking us to have faith. It's asking us to trust in the vision and the experience and the full picture. And so the key theme with this is to realize and ask yourself, am I doing this with this Emperor type energy? So you want to kind of finish just the back of the message of the Emperor?
Yeah, just like, again, understand that this is big picture idea. So what are your dreams? What are the things that you want to manifest? And go big. Really don't stop with every small detail. Those are just gonna come along the way, and just it is beneficial to break up whatever it is that you want to do into manageable steps. But right now, the idea is to just dream big, be optimistic, look hopefully to the future. Like, what is the thing that you'd like to manifest? And I think I was speaking from today until the next full moon in Sagittarius, which is in like 6 months. So you have all of this period to manifest all of the new ideas, all of the new things, all of the new dreams that you have. So that's the Emperor, to understand who does what. And again, coming just into yourself too, who does what within yourself. Like, what are you allowing your mind to do? What are you allowing your heart to do? What are you allowing all of your chakras to do? And making sure that they are all working properly. Whatever doesn't serve you, just tear it apart and build something new. This is the time to just build something new.
Boom. So as she literally to show this and share this and just say, look, this is how we continue to upgrade. This is what it means to Sagittarius energy is publishing. Understand that it's what is your belief system before you really show it to the world, you know, before you show it at a bigger, larger stage. So I want you to begin to ask yourself that, like, what are the things you believe in? If I give like a 6th house, I think earlier Anthony had a 6th house in Sagittarius. For example, what's up, Secret? One of our channel members. I want to say I love you. Shout out to you. All right. So Sag 6th house earlier. This is the prime example, matter of fact, that I feel like this card could have been for you. It'd have been about like making sure you got all your documents, your P's and your Q's, you know, your T's crossed, your I's dotted, and realizing if it's outside of your own creative expression, your own creative capabilities, delegate it, give it to somebody else, and do it wisely. Okay, do it with a certain form of intelligence. And so when you add that 6th house in Virgo, for example, it's like, one, really check in with the beliefs that would have been created for you as for how you take care of your health, how much rest you take or how much rest you don't take. A lot of times with Virgo, it's going to be more about how much rest you don't take, in all sincerity. So do consider that. But let's get into the forecast. Sag is going to be 1st house, obviously starter show. Gemini is 7th house. I do believe Aries is 9th house, but I didn't even do the thing up front.
Let's roll. Sag 1st house.
Sag 1st house, which is making Scorpio 12. So Taurus has to be 6, which means Aries is 5th. Aries is 5th, and that's what I thought about earlier. Yeah, Aries has to be 5th. It's a possibility. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the 5th. I'm going to Taurus in the 6th house. Okay. And move Gemini in the 7th, okay, which would make sense for the moon. All right, so first up, I'm gonna put it on. Not that, but if you want to join the membership, definitely do that. All right, so first up, we got, and I'm gonna let this timestamp come on. We got Aries going through the 5th house. Okay, so what a house. Okay, like 5th house is, to be honest, it's probably why you see this background going on, these different streaming capabilities, and just the creative expression on how am I taking this new start, right? Like, how am I going to step into the more bold form of my character? So the more bold form of my character really is the AstroShaman. Like, this is one of the simplicities of it. So this is this new, fresh personality, fresh start on a creative image, how I decide to show up, literally. And that's just an example. And I have an Aries in the 5th house in my Sun, my Moon, and my Mercury, for example. So it's like, this is just hitting me a lot harder. Aries, you've been in the 12th house, finishing up your last steps of karma when it comes to Jupiter and Pisces. So this is essentially, while it's been in retrograde, I think now we have officially went forward. I do not believe we're in retrograde anymore. So don't quote me for a second, but I will figure that out. But I think we're going direct and we'll move forward.
At bare minimum, this week we're out.
At bare minimum.
Yeah, this week we're out.
Okay, so 12 houses where like things are being taken okay, but more is always given. So for me, I gave the example already of like my website in a sense was taken, right? I've even had some books that I figured out that I published a long time ago that were taken. That are I just did like a research on my name the other day, and I was like, oh crap, like I got information out there that like that I'm not getting paid for, but it's being charged for. And so this is like things are being taken, but as much as they're being taken, so much more has been given. And this is kind of where the beauty was, and the beauty lied in it for me, even as Aries in fifth house. So it's like, if you are being your bold fifth house Leo-esque type self, Aries, on this new moon, what this looks like is an unshakable courage, you know, literally an undeniable form of respect and honor for self. And you know, for me, it was about seeing the things that are like that were dishonorable, help me better to be able to realize how do I need to move forward for me myself. That look, this thing ain't taken now is only being taken so that as I move forward, I understand very clearly not to play external energies outside of myself. So Aries fifth house, like this is what I really feel like. It's about fifth house is about. It's like when you're in the fourth house, you're like in the family dynamic, right? But when you're in the fifth house, it's now. All right, this is who I am in the family. I'm not the, you know, the little punk that needs sympathy or pity, you know, or to play helpless. I am this bold character that's going to stand up for myself. So Aries fifth house, think about how can you step more boldly and courageous into the things that are creative for you. As you see this new background, I just become a member up at the top. I put my own custom made emojis. Like I made these emojis myself. This is fifth house, and it's like, last night I found myself really like, damn, I'm really, really proud of like this new image. Like it's awesome. So Aries, this is what it is for you. She has a card.
I have for you the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. I'm going to show it to you upright. But this is all about going to your feminine side. Just let it take you a little bit. Understand, again, this is, I feel like this has something to do with the rest. It is to understand that as much as you should be pushing forward and going with your manifestations, with your creativity, with everything else, you still need to nurture yourself. So this is just like a warning of, yeah, go, yeah, move forward, but please do not forget the rest. Please do not forget to take some self-care, some time for yourself, and to do things that are not work-related, just to enjoy yourself in this process too.
Whoops, my bad. I didn't even mean to show y'all that. Like I was trying to do this in the background, but it looks like,
stationary.
as I do show you real quick, it has stationed. Okay, so you see this right here. Retrograde in Jupiter has stationed, so it's moving forward from its 28 degrees. 28 degrees is one of those degrees of hidden wealth. I say this a lot of times. And essentially, the hidden wealth is the surrendering of the karma. So Aries, to finish that, is right back to what she had just said. Rest. Okay, you can't really work through your karma and understand the seeds that you are sowing if you didn't take the time to rest. So my next one I have is Taurus. So Taurus sun, Taurus moon, Taurus rising. All right. I'm pulling you up on the screen. And you got the sixth house. And you got a dropper down there. I got you.
Thank you.
So Taurus sixth house, thank y'all for those thumbs up. I want to say, you know, just again, definitely thank I also want to just say, you know, thank you for checking in every first and third Sunday, okay? For the members on the back end, we've been learning astrology. We're really diving deeper to astrosexuality, understanding the masculine and feminine principles of each sign. So all the people on the feedback, like, I almost wish I had permission to show y'all, like, they really were loving and creative. Like, damn, like, this is such an awesome class. And it's like, this is a part of that new step in as me as an Aries. So Taurus, sixth house, here we go. When it comes to new manifestation, this is all about stepping outside of the things that were stuck and old, right? So Taurus, like you really have had a big doozy, okay? For my Taurus suns, my moons, my risings, honestly, wherever Taurus has been in, like you just got hit twice with two eclipses all in the month of November. And we're still in the month of November, okay? But Scorpio season is finally done. The shadow of you, Taurus, which is, you know, your shadow self, the shadow work you had to do, the work you had to like basically take more time isolated from romantic partners, taking more time isolated from deep forms of intimacy. this sixth house is now a time for you to have an opportunity to recover, literally, truly, to recover and to take a step back and to nurture yourself and to realize that you were the first earth energy. And, you know, as that earth energy, in all sincerity, you love Venusian type things. You love the rest. You want your feet rubbed. You know, you want to eat grapes from a vine. Taurus, this is the time where you can set forward how will you incrementally deal with the aftermath of these eclipses. And the aftermath is something that, you know, it really needed. It shook you up the most. You've been getting shooken up all year, but ultimately this is bringing you towards more harmony. So this is what's key to remember, Taurus, that harmony is yours. Harmony is your birthright, as well as abundance is your birthright. Making things the process of your life much more easier. It's all a part of your birthright. And you're really kind of like starting to get a more optimistic viewpoint during the Sag season, even though still like things are moving a lot faster than you would prefer. It's one of the things where like they were already going fast anyways. And so now you're kind of like, you know what? I'm already on the roller coaster. Like I might as well just go for the ride. Like I might as well experience some things. And Sagittarius energy is about experience, it's about hope, it's about optimism. And it's about literally even, you know, diving into the hedonisms, going a little bit too far. And sometimes I feel like it's important to realize like it's okay to just go a little bit too far if that's what it takes to shake things up. If that's what it takes to bring you more stability. If that's what it takes to bring you a sense of worth that has just improved from wherever it was. So Taurus, that's what I got.
Cool. So Taurus, for you, I have the Queen of Cups, and I read this once, and it has never left me. The description from the Queen of Cups is like the mother who heals a broken heart. So it makes a lot of sense because we're talking about a lot of changes within the relationships, a lot of and really just taking time for yourself to heal, to recover, to go ahead and just take care of your heart, of your emotions, of your own emotional needs. So stop putting everyone else in front of you. Right now is the season for you and you alone. Take care of your heart, take care of, and again, this is Sag season. So in this place of relationships, just look at where are you going? What kind of partner would you like to manifest? What kind of energy do you want? So you can also attract it. But yeah, this is mainly about healing yourself, healing your emotions, going ahead and treating yourself as a mom treats a baby, just nurturing yourself.
Big facts. Yeah.
A lot of queen energy, mom energy.
So Gemini, as we move on, and as I ask everybody to hit the thumbs up button, Gemini, I want to share with you right now, you're going in the 7th house, and you know, for ultimately, like, the question is, while Mars is in Gemini, it's also in retrograde, it's like, what things have been cut, all right? What things have been cut out of your life from a personality standpoint, as well as in the 7th house, how have your relationship dynamics changed? You've been having to look at some underlying subconscious thoughts and underlying subconscious communication and conversations that you've had with people, okay? A partner, a business partner, a lover, all right, a friend, and you're realizing, damn, like, not all of these things that were coming to mind were really helpful. You're recognizing, like, damn, I've been, you know, playing a little scheme of elusiveness or, you know, helplessness or sympathy, but I got to check in with, you know, where have I been persuasive in my language based off of something that I learned as a behavior in my family's dynamic, you know, even if at an unconscious level. The thing is, Gemini and Mars is like, you're now cutting certain forms of conversation. Like, I feel like Gemini, this plays into the ancestral realm for you because you've been going through a 4th house transit. And who's been 4th house for Gemini? Is it Uranus? No, that's 12th house. You're such a child.
Yeah.
She's such a child.
I couldn't even control it. Uranus. I don't. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna take a media break. I even saw you hold it, and you were like, "I gotta let it go. I must let it go."
Oh,
I see you for my Leo rising, my Cancer rising, but I'm gonna finish up the Gemini 7th house message. Their 4th house, it couldn't have been Uranus because it had to have been 12th house for them, so it had to be Saturn. Saturn had to be the 4th, or was it the 12th? Let me check this.
Is this a?
Oh yeah, that's the one right
here?
there. Yeah.
Have our notes. Well, it's his notes, but.
Oh, it's 9th house for Saturn.
Here, Gemini, Mars.
Mars. Okay, thank you. Duh. That's so simple. Okay, so it's like I said, Mars. You've been cutting the talks, with you've been kind of cutting out some of the nonsense, some of the emotional boundaries being crossed over for my Gemini rising, suns, moons. Anything with any conversation you may have with family, like, you're realizing that there has been change because mutable signs bring change. You realize clearly, like, you yourself has changed, your personality has changed, your courage, your identity has changed, the boldness you take for yourself has changed. Change is the key word right now. And because of that, how you're showing up with your family is changed. It's not the same. Like, and I really feel like this is a matter of, like, you have always seen how emotional boundaries have been crossed as a logical wind sign. When, air don't care is kind of the same, and like, you're kind of embracing the fact that here we go. There. All right, thank you. You're embracing that fact that air don't care. And, I feel like you've done a lot more shadow work because Uranus has been in your 12th house. So it's like you've been more connected with angels. You've been more connected with God. You've been more connected with a sense of faith. And you've been asked to be more spiritually disciplined because the 9th house was what was transiting your Saturn. And Saturn is the teacher. So the teacher was teaching you essentially, literally, why, benefiting from a consistency of your faith and practicing your faith, even if it's simple as saying your mantras, has been able to help you cut some of those unconscious and familiar thought patterns that, you're ready to persuade yourself that it's time for a change. And I think you're here. So by this time next May, you'll see the full fruition of that. And what you got?
I have for you the Ten of Wands in reverse. I'm gonna show it upright. Now the Ten of Wands in reverse is like there's something still that you haven't let go. So yeah, you've been asked to do all of this, but there's something that you're refusing to let go. I don't know if it's consciously or unconsciously, but Sag season is perfect for all of these spiritual awakenings. It's perfect just to go ahead and do what is asked of you. To just let go of all the resentment, let go of all thought patterns, let go of all. And in this case, just because it is in the 4th house and we're in the 4th house stuff, is letting go of outdated ideas from your parents, from your family, and even like literally ancestral. It doesn't even have to be just your parents, like just your family in general. What are the ideas that they gave you? Maybe you haven't let go of them, or you're refusing to let go of them because they are so familiar, or maybe because it's so usual right now that you don't see where it's outdated or how it needs to change. So this season of Sagittarius is just going to give you the vision. It's going to expand you enough to understand what are those things that have to let go right now.
Absolutely. So I see we have Cancer rising. Let me turn that off. I see we have Cancer rising. And I typed in the chat, Gemini, you're about to meet a major player. I ain't gonna lie to you. You're gonna meet somebody major. It's gonna happen. Big. By this time next May, you're gonna see this relationship go into full fruition. All right? Woo! Yeah. So Cancer risings. All right. Not Cancer rising. Cancer rising, Cancer suns, Cancer moons. Okay. And understand that even though I'm just saying Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising, wherever your Cancer lies, if it lies in Venus, it will impact this house. The same message. If it lies in, Jupiter in Cancer, it will impact that spot in the way I'm saying. So I can't get it all, but your card just came out.
Oh yeah.
It looks like it was pretty, no?
Yeah.
All right. You want to take it over first? In the 8th house? Go ahead.
Cool.
I feel it.
No, it's very harmonious. Like here we have the card of the strength, but the key is to understand that strength is not just brute force. It's coming from a place of confidence. It's coming from a place of courage. So to just understand that you are enough, you're valuable, you have everything that you need in order to go ahead and just push yourself forward. So this Sag season is just inviting you to be courageous and use it in order to create, to manifest, to go ahead and make your dreams come true. And again, this doesn't have to be some like brute force, like don't try to force anything, because that's not where this season is calling you to go. It is inner strength, inner courage, inner confidence, self-esteem, all that kind of things. Like even if you can update your mantras or repeat something or visualize whatever it is that feels better with you, just visualize yourself as someone courageous, as someone confident, or as someone that just goes for what they want. This is a message for Cancer.
Definitely want to say thank you again for that thumbs up, for that likes, for being here. Cancer in the 8th house. I actually have Cancer 8th house. I got a lot of it. You know, when it comes to Sag is about seeing the truth. I'm talking third eye truths, right? And so, you know, Cancer, what I'm feeling like, you know, to really compare with this message, like your strength is the fact that you can see the unseen. And when you put Sagittarius energy in this new moon in your 8th house, what's really important about this, for my Cancer, all Cancer placements, when Pluto goes into Aquarius, I'm not sure that makes sense.
Or Pluto's
It's supposed to go, because I think it was supposed to be cut in the 8th house, but that would mean Aquarius rising, not.
You're overthinking.
I might be overthinking it. Okay, I'm not gonna get lost in that thought. So Cancer in the 8th, the thing for you is like, okay, now I get it. You're not gonna, when you rock with your strength that she just pulled up, you're not gonna let your private nature begin to continue to hold you back. Because Cancers are really unconventional. They like to move in patterns, literally like to move and feel in ways that can't actually be measured. Okay. Other than like for themselves on a deep emotional level. Like only Cancers can understand their own emotions, and like they really don't share them. Like I feel like everybody try to think that, you know, you're crybabies, and like it's just simply not true. Like you know how to cry at a healthy rate, a healthy level, and you also do it for yourself and on your own. It's, unless you have some awkward aspects that's like making you want to like show it to other people, generally it's for you yourself. And you know, when you have this 8th house of hidden, and you have this 8th house of deep research, it's like you're understanding the your strength in this is understanding your psychological motivation and how are you separating from the ancestry. And this is kind of really one of the big things happening for you. While you have Gemini and Mars, all right, I got my little thing right here. Mars and Gemini, the 1st and the 4th house. That's not possible. That's the 12th house. The 12th house. Okay. Yeah. So Cancer, really what you're going through right now is you're cutting karma, you're cutting ancestral karma, and you have the ability to do that. And I'm talking about the most painful ones. I'm talking about the deepest wounds. I'm talking about the wounds that like it didn't even have to be a part of this life. Likely, it's very invisible as a force, okay? Because you're dealing with the 4th house, you're dealing with the 8th house, you're dealing with the 12th house. Those are all the hidden and the unseen places. And I just saw that message as I was looking at you before. So what I'm saying,
karmic too.
They're mad karmic. They're mad karmic houses. They're motivated by unconscious and subconscious and collective subconscious matters. So you in the 8th, this Sag season, this moon in Sag is actually going to help you tremendously to just see the nonsense. Like you're you're gonna Cancer, you're gonna be able to return to sender. You're gonna be able to see the nonsense. And it's going to be clear, and it's going to help you to actually cut a lot of that karmic and that ancestral and that collective unconscious. You're not gonna bleed into other people's emotions so much anymore. You're gonna set better emotional boundaries. I feel like this is a big one, especially with people that have either caused you pain, even if they're not even in your life anymore. And I feel like for a lot of us, it's not even gonna be in our life. It's gonna be about the nostalgia, and that's what the final message is for me. Your strength is in really seeing the nostalgia, cutting it, and cutting back on the guilt behind it all. That's what you got, Cancer. Tap. Oh, we gotta get, where my shaker? For now.
Oh yeah, the other one is there.
That's okay.
Yeah, this is not as fun.
It's not.
So we got a Leo rising, so secret.
I see Leos. All right, I got secret up in here. Check you, one of our members. So let's give you the due. 9th house. It goes right back to what she was saying up at the top. I want to show it here. She said earlier, yes, sir, she's a Leo rising. So 9th house is publishing, right? It also was very kin to Sagittarius. So secret here is a Leo rising. She said, yes, sir. Finishing the document, okay? Documents. These would be things like 9th house matters. She wrote this out. for the trust. Okay. We need a link so I can provide you the documents. I would love for you to be one of the board trustees on the council. Okay. So, you know, if I know secret enough, this has something to do with like really bringing social injustices to justice, right? And this is one of the Sagittarian themes. It's about looking at these things with more hope, looking at these things with more optimism, and you know, legit publishing documents, publishing blogs, publishing YouTube content, publishing you know, poetry, publishing anything. It doesn't matter, like, but especially things around social justice, around global and humanitarian efforts. Okay, about you know, really dealing with karma and transforming it ultimately, like looking at karma and seeing it in a more light, optimistic fashion. On this Saturn Moon, Leo risings, all right, for the 9th, this looks like you also get more in touch with faith, to be honest, because as you start doing things on the more social injustice level, you're gonna have adversaries and enemies that are going to have more power. And this is a Sagittarian theme. It's a Leo theme. These fire signs are signs of power for starters. And, you know, with power comes more responsibility and also comes more adversaries, which brings more tension, which ultimately, you know, will also bring you more support. It'll bring you more guardians. It'll bring you more guides that all will begin to reveal themselves at the same time. And so Leo rising, it's like, that's really the message for you.
And for you, Leos, I have the Queen of Swords. It came up right. So this is about being super smart to plan everything that you do. Again, this is kind of looking at the big picture too, but just like strategy, planning, everything has to do with a push of new ideas. Just think through before you act. This is not the time to be impulsive, even though we're in Sagittarius and it's supposed to be adventurous and all of that. But this is also a time to just be mindful of your actions. Please first just think about it, make a plan, and stick to it. Make a good strategy, and as new enemies arise, just be really smart about how you're going to handle them too. So this is both for the good and the bad, for the enemies and also for your dreams. How you approach them has to be a very smart, a very strategic way in order for you to just succeed. At the end of the day, this is the Queen of Swords. So she is in a position of power. So understand that you are in a position of power right now too. And as a person in power, you really cannot afford to just act like a child just because something happened and your emotions got triggered. So this is just the time to be a little more thoughtful about all of the things that you do and how you behave yourself.
You said it, child. Leo would naturally be in the 5th. Leo will be the 5th because this is all Scorpio energy. So we did, I was right before with the Aries and the 9. They all switched. Wrong way. So Leo, really, I want to backtrack a little bit because it's actually not all the way off just because of the other transits, the other planets going on. Leo, you're in the 4th, okay? And that's why her tarot read was don't push too quick, too soon, because the 4th is private. And the 4th is more saying, look, this is not a time to be publicly publishing, but that these things will come out later, more like that 6 months from now, and it will benefit your career tremendously because yeah, you have your Taurus, yeah, your career, the business partnership, the friends, you're cutting out friends, okay? You're cutting out friends, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising. You are also getting real structured with your business relationships and your partnerships and the people you do business with. You're focusing on more fair business, a more fair life, okay? And outside of that, that's why right now there's no moon. It's a time to be a little bit more private and not be flashy. And really, this is what it's about a little bit. It's like, don't be flashy right now, Leo. Actually, you know, cut your light for yourself. Keep your light right now for yourself. Keep your emotions to yourself. You know, keep your foundation right now to yourself, and you're actually going to benefit. So this is not the time to openly public and publish. So I want to bring that message back and just openly admit that, like, look, I was off of my read for a moment. Like, I made a mistake, because even Jupiter in Pisces is in your 8th house. Now that will switch in December and it'll go to Aries and it'll switch up, and that will bring you closer to that publishing energy actually, but that's in December. So wait on that. Right now, realize that these investment times require privacy. All right. So that's that.
I would even recommend not even share your plans just because of that. Like keep them to yourself, at least for a moment.
Okay, Libra. So now we're talking Libra. It's going the other way.
So third?
Third is my guess, yes. Yeah, because Aries would have been 9.
But are we going to Virgo?
Which would be oh man, something's in the water. But why would Virgo be third? Give me a moment. Let me check these forecasts for a moment.
In the meanwhile, I do have this card that pulled out a little bit ago. So I knew this wasn't for my Geminis. This just popped up, and it's the Hangman. So I know that this is just an overall message for everyone. And it is about surrendering, but also noticing where you're making unnecessary sacrifices. Where in your life are you literally just surrendering and not allowing yourself to be you? Where do you feel like you're constricted? Where do you feel like you are acquiescing? Would be like the verb. Just saying yes in order to not bring conflict. This is not really the time to do that. Is to understand where you do have to surrender, and it should be depending on your signs, but mostly I feel like it's around your beliefs. So what are your own beliefs that you're not allowing yourself to surrender to? Maybe there's some outside forces that are talking to you and that clearly do not want you to go the way that you're going, but don't let that fool you. Just go ahead, and you have to be true to your heart, listen to it, meditate, stay a little bit in silence to understand the calling. And I do say this meditation thing and to stay a little bit in silence, because this is how we connect better. We're allowed to go to the source and to the divine, where we are in this state where we see every of our thoughts go by, every of our emotions go by, and to understand what is the universe asking of us right now. And again, this is Sag season, so it is going to bring us so much closer to our beliefs, to the divine, to everything else that we need to change in order to fulfill our dreams. And again, this new moon, all for our manifestations.
Yeah, forgive me. I had to rewrite this. I was looking at an older report, and the seasons changed, and my mind was left behind.
And this is what was for the Aries?
So Aries is actually the 9th. It's actually the publishing house, which is why, like you see for Aries earlier, like I gave the Aries message. It's the 9th. So me publishing this background would become a member today, and the emojis that I made, that would be the publishing example. So, the 5th is very close, but in a sense where it was created when I was in the 5th house, actually months ago, I remember that. But the publishing of the actual, like here right now, this is where it is, but
yeah, and for Aries, we had a Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So again, this was a warning, because right now you're in the season of publishing and just going ahead with your dreams and getting everything done to the outside world. This is also to be mindful of the rest that you actually need and to take care of yourself. And as these Pentacles energy just comes out, because it just makes sense. If you're publishing, if you're going out with your career and with everything else, money's gonna come. So it came up in reverse. So it's like a warning of being mindful of your resources. How are you using them? Not just because you're having like a lot of money coming in, a lot of resources coming in, to use them all and abuse them. This is the time to be wary of, yes, take yourself in with the pleasures, but also to be mindful and save a little bit more for a rainy day, to understand, to maybe invest. It is just an energy to be mindful of all of your resources. And this includes, of course, your energy, your own energy.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm gonna move forward. So we got Virgo. I feel like we gave 4 people the 4th house.
Well, I'm guessing that this is something that I had to to
That's
come.
what
Like,
they needed to hear.
yeah. If you are Gemini, if you are a Virgo, if you are I don't know who else got a fourth house, maybe this is something that you have to hear. Like, this ancestral energy is just too strong. This private energy is too strong. So just take it into how do you say, like, take it into account. Yeah.
Honestly, I kind of feel like that. Like, on a whole separate side note, like on some real, it's like, even if I've been just seeing a little bit of people post on Instagram, I've never seen or heard so many people talk about ancestors. I swear to God, so many people are talking about ancestors. And everybody's recognizing that they're the ones to cut the ancestry.
This is the era to cut.
This is the era, like, Pluto in Capricorn is a part of that. So that's affecting everybody, no matter your zodiac sign. So, maybe that's what we all needed.
Yeah.
Virgo in the 4th, wherever that 4th house is at. So I need to light that candle.
I'll do that.
Thank you.
You go ahead.
So Virgo in the 4th, on a Saturn new moon in the 1st degree. Again, take care of yourself, yo. This is just a message. Like, I feel like this is for everybody. Just take care of yourself and separate your emotions. I feel like there's not even much time to spend here, because I feel like I've said the message so many times, like, create more earthly and emotional boundaries, physical and emotional boundaries. Anything that goes against you seeing your own self, your own body in a more optimistic fashion, is really just not time, Virgo. Like, what's up, Logic? I like the way your name shows up, actually. That's pretty cool. So Virgo, you in the 4th, it's like, at the 1st degree, this gives you that fiery punch. This gives you that ability to be like, okay, it's taken me so much to cut these beliefs. I've been so tied to the material world that I'm taking a new approach. And the new approach for you is kind of adding that water and adding that fire to the earth. And those in conjunction, when you have earth alone, it's stuck, it's stuck. Where even if you're improving, it's saying, like, even if you had the right routines, Virgo, it was keeping you stuck in the old personality, your old self, and you weren't able to separate, in a healthy manner from people in private, from your family members, from the ancestry. We'll have to throw it in there, but the belief systems that have been built and reinforced within you is here, and it's time to change. And I feel like on the 18th of November, when we had that square, okay, and you had Mars in Gemini squaring Neptune in Pisces, what this did was your moon was there, Virgo. Virgo was in the moon at the same time. So it's about, you have officially saw the facts, and you've had that Grand Air Trine. So you've had new, fresh ideas. You've also had the Grand Earth Trine. So you now see physical, tangible evidence that, the path and the ways you were doing what you were doing is ready. It's time to change. Okay. So you're absolutely welcome. What you got, Eileen?
I have for you the 4 of Pentacles, which is about, this lets me know that you're right now in a good position. Like, you've been coming to some kind of wealth, and the thing is that you're holding to everything that is material. So it is okay to just sit on it, to just protect what's yours, but also to understand that everything is an energetic exchange. So sometimes you have to give in order to receive a lot more. And I feel like this is something that you said before about something else, about some other transit. But yeah, like, giving a little bit is just gonna make you go ahead with the cycle, and you're gonna receive so much more later. So understand that. Don't just sit on your world. Like, I'm just gonna show you the tarot, because I love how self-explanatory they are. Look how he's sitting in both of the coins. Look how he's holding this one, so afraid that it's gonna go away. And he still has a lot of wealth. Like, you see him, he's a wealthy man. He has even a coin in his head. So this is about letting go a little bit in order for more to come. Just to give you a little peek, the 5. When you let go of a little bit of this, you can reach the end of this line, which is the 10 of Pentacles, which is actually like the most wealth, creating a legacy. But this only can come from you giving a little bit. And this could be in any form, like this could be investing in something else outside of yourself. This could be to literally just give charity to someone else that needs it. Just make sure to give to the world so the world can give you back multiplied.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's a little bit.
Mm-hmm. So somebody asked, we're just doing rising signs, sun, moon, risings. To be honest, like I said, wherever the planet sits, apply it. Okay, apply it. Like I have an updated Virgo moon, for example. This is where I apply that reading. All right, Libra, we're here halfway through the zodiac wheel. Your new moon, Libra, is nice. Can I get in line? I don't know what your rising sign is. We've just been going through all 12. It's just been kind of going from Aries. I don't know where you're at, but I'm at Libra rising right now. And Libra rising, you are third house. So wherever Libra is at, the sun, the moon, okay, your rising, your Venus, apply it there. Like, I just want to like make that disclaimer so you know, like this does not, you don't have to be a Libra sun for this to matter. Like apply it to your planet. Libra, new moon in Sagittarius at the first degree. This is important for you, Libra, because the first degree is your shadow. Okay, the first degree is your shadow. The first degree is the degree of Aries. So this really matters to you, Libra. Off the rip, you're not going to really take any mess. Okay, you're going to be truly bold, truly confident, and very optimistic on recognizing how relationships require you not to avoid certain conversations.
Be uncomfortable.
When you are uncomfortable, it's like, do it uncomfortable. Like when you think about something, and I say think as an air sign, Libra, when you think about saying something and you just never say it, but then you convince yourself, or you even thought maybe you said it because you just thought about it so long, that's just not enough. This new moon in Sag will actually give you the courage. It'll give you the confidence. It'll give you the spark, the firepower to honor yourself and to realize that, you know, partnership matters. Partnership is great, but partnership isn't everything. Love isn't everything. Okay, and this is love with a business partner. This is love with a, you know, an actual romantic partner. Love with anybody. Like it's not. There are more elements, and you know, your mind is now shifting. Your mind is not changing with this new moon energy. Let me see what you got going on. Your Mars is in the 9th house, so okay, great. You're literally cutting beliefs that have formed your speech, that has formed where you walk or how you walk. Okay, literally, that is, and you know, man, you could really be looking at some foreign travel, Libra. Okay, but outside of that, you're shifting your routine, your work. It's all changing. Okay, you had an eclipse in your 8th house. This is all big changes, Libra, rising sun, moon, and the 5th is going on your Saturn. So like, what this is telling me is like, you have already kind of cut out. Hey, mom, what's going on, Libra? You kind of already cut out. Or hopefully, you know, you've been being a little bit more strict with fun, and also realizing that you were being strict with fun to have more fun, okay, to move around more, to start traveling global. So the irony of this is like my mom, like she's right here, right? My mom is actually a Libra, right? So this is a prime example, and she just took a trip foreign, like I said, to Jamaica. Okay, so she was literally just there in Jamaica. She literally cut out fun in different areas of her life so that she can have fun in the ways that were updated to her beliefs, separate, and you know, having more conversations with people that are just more real and more honest and more bold and more like me, myself. Like I gotta do this for myself. I have to say this for myself. I can be considerate, and I have been considerate, but being considerate beyond this point is just not cutting it. I need this new fresh start. So Libra, you can really set manifestations around everything that I just kind of said and know that it'll be really, really accurate for you. Honestly, like there's been tremendous changes in your intimate partnerships. There's been tremendous changes in your marriages. Whoever and whatever you were married to, understand that you could have been married to a certain thought. You could have been married to a certain thought pattern. It doesn't have to just be an actual, a ring on it, but this is definitely counting. The rings are counting. Husband or wife, they count right now for sure. There's been tremendous change no matter what. That's a fact. And as a part of it, you're now fully being yourself, and you're starting to speak your mind. And so switch up the routine. This is your grand abundance. How you get through your karma right now is to change up the routine, change up the walk, change up the talk, change up how you do what you do when you do it, and you're going to benefit.
I just love how our Libra just pulled up in the right time. Here I have for you the Empress, and this is all about connecting to our feminine side, everything that is like the beauty, the nurturing, the fertility, sensuality too, but literally just beautifying your thoughts, beautifying everything else, everything that, as you said, something that you were married to and that now it's separating. Look at the good on that. Look at the feminine side of that, what it's asking for you to do. It is asking you to just embrace it, to nurture yourself, to nurture all of the harmful thoughts that you might have and beautify them. Just take them and really, I just have this this whole energy of nurturing yourself, to treating yourself as you.
Jupiter and Neptune in the sixth house for them.
Yeah, and this goes to self-care too. But just really connect to your feminine side. Everything that has to do, in this case, with nature too, would be super beneficial to just connect and ground yourself.
Absolutely. Logic XO, glad that hit. Just keep in mind that we're teaching astrology. Well, I'm teaching astrology every first and third Sunday. I'm going to show you this brief little. All right, so I can't actually speak when that's going on, but I just want to kind of let y'all know, like, I'm here to empower a world of harmony. It's just that simple, okay? So I'm glad that message resonated with you. Definitely hit the thumbs up, definitely hit the like button, all right? Whether you're watching this on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, this is the new setup. This is how we're rocking. This is how we're rolling.
Scorpio.
Yeah. Scorpio, I thought I messed up again. I was like, get out of here, bro.
No.
This is the new moon. Lucky extra, we got a lot of Pisces placements. That's an absolute fact. If you got Pisces placement, you're benefiting from the moon and from Jupiter and Neptune, okay? And some more. I don't even know. All this Sag energy, they're brothers and sisters, Keep in mind, they are brothers and sister energy. So, Scorpio, here we go. Scorpio risings, sun, moon, you're going through the second house. So Scorpio, for you, you're also like on some star of the show type joint right now. This moon is going through your second house transit. You got a lot of second house transit in you. To be honest, Scorpio, like straight up, your bank account is changing. Drastic. I mean, like it's expanding because remember, Sagittarius expands. It always goes outside the boundaries. So if you've always been stuck at a certain bank account number, like literally like second house is the actual physical bank that holds your money, right? And so it's like, if your bank has been stuck at a certain position, it is officially expanding. You're now finding a way that, it's happening major, bro. It's happening major. First off, you're gonna come across a lot of people, a lot of partnerships that are gonna help this expansion. Okay, you're gonna get a lot of new clientele from now up until March 2023. Okay, if you're in business, you're gonna get a lot of new clientele. They're gonna be really supplying and supporting you at a foundational level. There's gonna be other people actually helping to increase your sense of self-worth, increase your sense of, self-preservation in all sincerity, and how you have sustain certain systems. Truly, you're going to have a massive, massive jump in income. And with that said, there are two things that's going to happen. One, your karma has been released and surrendered around where have you just been running away from your more courageous self. In all sincerity, like I am a Scorpio rising, for example, and it's like it took me some time I knew about this shamanism within me for a long time, truly a long time, but you know, I didn't fully embody the full pure form. And it's about like really taking that and understanding that there's nothing wrong with the process, nothing wrong with Scorpios for taking the time they take. We are strategists, and, you know, we take our time. So part of it is really honoring that this is what is unique about you and how you relate to others. But the final message behind this is you are cutting certain intimate bonds as well as certain pains and traumas out of the picture with the Mars and Gemini in your 8th house. You're cutting certain things out of the picture, Scorpio. So in this new moon, when it comes into step into your new self, it's like you're expanding into a new body, you know, with more hope, more optimism. And I can say for myself as a Scorpio rising, like, I've been really seeing more, just more painful and traumatic narratives in my life. They have changed. The story has changed. So Scorpio, what I have for you as a recommendation is to wear some turquoise. It's been helping me a lot. Any blue stones, quite frankly, okay, blue jasper, turquoise. Turquoise is major for literally changing the story. That's how you're gonna actually, if you change your story, you should be valuing yourself more. You should feel more confident in yourself and approaching more billionaire wealth. Scorpio, I'm not gonna lie to you, like this is a big money transit for you. Like it's huge. It's a full expansion. So give it till May 2023 and watch what happens.
And for you, I do have the Five of Swords, but what it is telling me, it is not as simple as losing the battles. It's just understanding that it's okay to lose some battles, and especially right now because we're cutting. And I say we because I do have Scorpio placements too. So all the things that we're cutting are not meant to come back. So this is meant to be definitive. Everything that you're losing right now is just gonna come expanded actually later in life. So understand that maybe you lost a battle, but you're gonna win the war. This is the final message from the tarot.
Yeah, you lost a partner. On some real, you lost a partner. You lost a couple people, Scorpio. It's 7th house was here in your Taurus eclipse. Okay, it was here. You lost a lot of things. You lost a marriage, you lost a partner, you lost some investments. Like I can't even think about this for myself. Like there's some money that I put into crypto. That jack is gone. It's gone. Like there's a couple $1,000. They're just gone. They're gone. It's gone. It's gone. It's literally gone. But the lessons, you know, the space that it created, like same thing, me losing, quote unquote, you know, me taking risks, me taking it opened new doors. And so this is a lot of it. It's showing like, look, whatever you had to lose, even from a financial standpoint, or even from a personal standpoint, it's like you only lost what wasn't authentic to you, period.
It wasn't an integrity.
It wasn't an integrity at the same time, period. So that's the question. Oh, that's the message. All right, where we at? Sag? I see you, Logic. Was your moon, Mars and Mercury in Scorpio? Out of curiosity?
No, I think those
Libra?
are her, no, I think those are her Pisces placements.
Okay.
Or the Pisces placements. I don't know where yours, Logic.
So, Sagittarius, 1st house with the moon at the 1st degree. This is major. I mean, when you double things up, like just understand, like you already Sagittarius are a symbol of expansion and abundance. Okay, always going outside the borders and the boundaries. So from now until May, Pisces, I see you. So from now until May 2023, when this really kicks off, when this comes to full fruition, that's how long it takes for new moon manifestations to really pop off. You're just not going to recognize yourself. You're going to be a brand new person. You know, to be honest, I don't feel like you're going to feel this energy a lot right now. It'll actually going to, because you just came out of the 12th house in Scorpio. So 12th house is like where you have to rest, you have to isolate. Sag, you don't like that very much. That's cool. So this new moon coming in the 1st house, like I need you to really give yourself 1 to 2 months before you start to feel like yourself, before you start to feel like all right, I'm working, I'm moving, because right after this, you know, Capricorn season kind of has a very depressive energy. It's not really your style. So it's almost like you were in the dark and then you got a blast of hope, literally, and then you're going to kind of like flatline, and then you're going to kind of like go up again. And if you try to fight this wave of the fact that you are ascending, but you're not ascending at the rate that you might want to, you have to give it this 6 month span. Like, it's really going to take you about to next Aries season to really start to feel that next true spunk, other than right now. Well, the spunk you're feeling right now is the fact that you have all these planets in Sag, but you're still coming out of a very isolated, slow, quiet, mental illness, you know, healing a lot of deep karmas. And you got a lot because Sag, you be acting wild, you know, you be doing wild things, you know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta tap that. Like, so you got mad karma, you know, you build up karma just as quickly as you can burn it away. Look at, I said, you seen the fire go up as I said it. So other than that, Sag, what I got for you is, you know, to be disciplined and the things that you say. And that's really where, you know, a lot of your karma has been built, because you have Saturn, karma, okay, you reap what you sow in the third house. So it's like you have you're literally reaping what you sow. Like, you said some mean things, you said some harsh stuff, you said some reckless things, you said some things without thinking about the consequences. You truly didn't care about disciplining your speech. And as a part of that, this is a part of why you've been asked to rest a lot more. This is part of why you've been asked to change how you deal with your speech, how you deal with your routine, how you deal with your day to day. Okay. But ultimately, you know, as a part of this, you're also cutting out certain relationships, and you're cutting out certain relationships that don't bring a certain sense of equality or fairness or balance in your life. So, you know, Sag, whatever you know, you're like Jupiter's influence. So whatever you give it, you know, whatever wolf you feed will grow. So if you fed the bad wolf, it's going to grow. If you fed the good wolf, it's going to grow. And it's bigger than good and bad. It's bigger than this dualistic sense of, you know, you have an ascendant mindset. So it's bigger than that. So even outside of that, the dynamics that you're in, you're really been asked to appreciate what it feels like to be in a more fair and balanced relation, rather than it's all the way negative or it's all the way positive, rather than find that middle line. And, you know, really, this is about to be good for you. Like, you're in about a month time from now, you're going to get an extra boost from Jupiter in Aries. Jupiter in Aries will give you an extra boost. And so that's going to be great. Okay. It's really, truly going to support you in a way that fifth house. Yeah, you'll be in the fifth house. So by December, up until May again, you'll be in that fifth house. So you got your energy boost coming back. All right. But it's not fully there yet. So don't rush it. What you got?
Yeah, for you, Sag, I have the Judgment in reverse. I'm going to show it upright, but it is all about like staying true to your beliefs. The Judgment Day is really just about being truthful to yourself. So understand that whatever is out of alignment is just not going to work right now. So this is why it was in reverse. It's just a warning to stay true, to verify that every step that you take from now on is actually in integrity. It's in check with your belief system, with your values, with everything that you think is fair and just. Because anything outside of that is just gonna take more, actually. So right now, just check in with yourself. Like, use this still kind of out of isolation energy to check in with yourself and understand what is happening on. What are the things that you really want to do? Use this manifestation even for that. That's my recommendation too. To just get on with this godlike energy that you have, and you just really connect with the other realm, and not just to stay connected to the human world, because this is just deceiving and it's just gonna pull you completely to another way.
So I'm gonna briefly play a little tune for y'all so you can see the background, because you won't be able to hear my voice. But I want to make one more membership mention. All right, every first and third Sunday we meet up. All right, so I'm looking to just play around with the new setup, the new scene. All right, you want to hear some music? It's being Sag season. You down to sing? You down to give us a tune?
I don't know.
Say yes.
Yes.
Okay, cool. whatever song come to mind. All right, I'm thinking like, yo, I don't know why, like I always get this girl on fire when I think about it. Like the first one that come to mind, this girl is on fire for you. I don't know why, like it's the first one.
No, it's that season. I need something different.
All right. I'm thinking like some Miami. No, that's what she's not saying. I'm thinking some from Faith Heaven, some Faith Hill. Living my life like you don't know that one, you know. You don't know that one. Let see how you gonna actually play you a song and you don't know the songs that I'm telling. Yo, no.
You going again?
Living my life like it's golden. Living my life like it's golden. Taking my freedom. We gotta get you on that. All right, we gotta get you on that. I know you know. I played the song, but you don't know the song, so it's whatever. You think of a song in your own meanwhile, because obviously I know the music I know. Okay, here we go. Seesaw on Sag. Okay, gang. All right. Welcome, Awakened Phoenix. Okay, so what we got going on now? We got Capricorn. Capricorn, you now going through the, it's that time. Capricorn, you're here. You're in the dreaded house that nobody ever wants to be in. The 12th house. Okay. Definitely hit the thumbs up, the like button. Huh?
Isn't that rated like nobody ever want to be in 12th house?
Pisces might like to be there.
Oh, okay, because I was thinking like I wouldn't mind being in 12th house.
I mean, but that's the natural house. That's your natural house. Like, the only reason why she said something like that is because she's like, oh my God, I have a free pass to just sleep, to do nothing, to rest. It's the divine feminine, right? So 12th house, Capricorn, you are divine feminine, and it's like, if anything, if anybody needs the 12th house more than anybody, it is probably you, because you're cardinal Earth, you're always pushing. So as a part of that, Cap, it's not the best season, but it's the set down for the come up, you know, because right after Sagittarius season comes your season, right? So that's when you step back as the first time you step in your new self. Capricorn, there are likely going to be some things taken from you. To be honest, I feel like you're gonna get hit with a couple bills. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't want to say that to like scare you, Cat, but it's time to pay somebody, some structure, some government, something that you value. Okay, it doesn't have to be fully money. It could be a couch, it could be a stove, it could be a thing that you own, it could be a phone. You might, I don't want to say lose, but it's possible you might lose a phone.
Break a stove. You
might break a stove. Like something will charge you. Literally, your bank account will fluctuate. Okay, even if it goes up, it could go up. And the thing is, with this Cat, as much as something will be taken, I promise you that more will be given. I promise you that more will be given. For my Capricorn Sun, Moon, Risings, more will be given. So when you lose something coming up in this season, don't stress it. Truly, don't stress it. I mean, it's a private season for you, bro. Cat, like, this is not what you want to hear, but like, if anything's being taken, it's probably because you just didn't rest. It's probably because you didn't honor, your sensitivities. You have certain sensitivities. You're a very intuitive sign. You're a very sensitive sign, but you like to repress your emotions. Okay, you literally like to pretend you don't have them sometimes, depending on who you are, and that's just not cutting it right now. Gemini Mars is literally going to start cutting out some ideas that are really negative and just not helpful for you. You have certain thought processes right now that they're not beneficial to your physical body and they're not beneficial to your mental health. And if you're losing things right now, it's likely to slow you down, and for spirit, source, your God, okay, your faith, to be like, yo, it's time to tap in, because, you're just not listening. Like, we're giving you clean, clear answers. Your guys are giving you clean, clear, moments and forms of intuition, and you didn't listen. So as a part of it, it's like some of those gains that you just made, because you would have just been in the 11th house. So you just had a lot of gains, a lot of support. Anything that you made out of integrity will be snatched back. Anything that you made in integrity will fortify and will strengthen. It will become a part of your new foundation. It will become your new bottom line. Exactly. So that's gang. And in the meanwhile, you're really still upgrading and radically shifting into like what is unique about you and how you can relate to other people in the group. How can you be yourself in the group with others? So, Kat, that's what I got.
And for you, I do have this a long time just supported. I have for you the Three of Cups. It came in reverse. So usually, like the Three of Cups would be like going into a partnership, like trusting and going with somebody else, just making a collaboration. But it was in reverse. So it really means a long time. This could even mean like maybe someone's trying to play you, and this is probably was out of integrity, just making the wrong friendships or just going with someone just because they're gonna give you material gains, but without actually checking if it is on alignment with your beliefs, with your values. So again, this is a long time. This could also be honestly, if I go to the relationship part of this card, it could be like you're getting cheated on by somebody else. Like your partner is cheating. Like three is a crowd. Honestly, this is a Three of Cups in reverse. It's about emotions too. So just take it as it is. Like maybe in a partnership,
Emotional
business.
cheating, right?
Yeah.
Emotional cheating. It's that one. It's definitely that one.
Yeah.
It's emotional cheating. And if I'm not mistaken, feminine energies are more prone, even statistically speaking, to emotional cheating rather than physically cheating. So it's not even about like, oh, your cave, your woman's cave or your man's shaft has been violated. It's more about like the thoughts of stepping outside the relationship, the thoughts of stepping outside the dynamic, the thoughts of being emotionally satisfied or pleased by someone else. That can be very painful. And it is a very hidden form of infidelity. But to be honest, it even is kind of supported here a little bit. It's about hedonism. Honestly, it's about hedonism. Kat, to really play into what she just said, it's about somebody else is thinking that they the shit. And as a part of it, they're like being a little too egoic because you have fifth house in that in those eclipses that happen in Taurus. So those two fifth houses could be that form of egocentrism, where somebody could literally be thinking that they're the shit and they're ignoring the fact that you're the shit too. You know what I'm saying? Like they're ignoring the fact that like I got somebody good right in front of me and I'm not able to really see that because I'm actually. It's almost like it's almost. But what I'm feeling is like they're intuitively like ignoring that. You know what I mean? Like they recognize game. They see you, and they're just doing the best they can to convince themselves because they got their own toxic traits and habits, and that's why the 12th house is here for you. This flame is going crazy. That's why the 12th house is here for you. It's here for you to say, look, we're gonna help you understand at a very deep subconscious level what part of this whole thing, this sex that you're having with other people, this hedonism that you're enjoying, whether through money or not, what part of it is just out of integrity? What part of it is out of alignment? Okay. And that's kind of really where all of this stuff is going. That like Capricorn, that's where it's at. It's like you're seeing at a subconscious level where have the way you treated your physical body or even expressed your sexual nature, where has it been out of integrity, out of alignment? And when you're being inauthentic, that is a shadow of the divine feminine. And Capricorn, you are divine feminine, like you're a feminine energy. So don't step out of integrity, all right? Because Saturn will check you. I also have Saturn in the second house. It's a good season for Saturn second house, baby. Good season. All right. Check out the astrology memberships down below. This is your AstroShaman, Pernell Bobby, empowering the world of harmony. All right, all while leveraging astrology. Every first and third Sunday, all right, you will have at 10 a.m. Central Time. I live here down in Mexico, Guadalajara. The Astro Divinity memberships, they are officially now available. All right, so definitely check in. We got our last two. Yeah. Aqua, beautiful house, Aqua. It's a good place to be, natural for you. Natural for you, Aquas. All right. So here's what we got going on. 11th house. New moon manifestations coming true more like May of 2023, but you will see incremental increases in developments all within the next 5 to 6 months as we get to May. I mean, Aquarius, sun, moon, risings. Okay, wherever Aquarius is at in the placement, drop your Aquarius placement in the chat. Let us know where it's at. Aquarius, I mean, your money is just expanding too. Like straight up, aqua placements. If you are connecting with the people who are unique to you and with you, your money should be growing. At bare minimum, your sense of self-worth is growing, which will ultimately increase your bank. Okay? As you grow in self-worth, as you value yourself, as you see yourself, you know, in a higher esteemed manner, you're going to start to win. Again, this is the manifestation for Aquarius placements and planets. All right. Now, what changed big for you in the solar eclipse this month, in the 4th house, is 2 things. 1, your private life and your public life. It has transformed. Your private life and your public life has been under a microscope, and things have been changing. Like in ways in which you used to be private and hiding from certain friends, hiding from certain connections, hiding from the internet, understanding that it's also your domain. It's like you have so many tremendous and beautiful ideas, but are you sharing them? Are you publishing them? Because hope and optimism with publishing is a Sagittarius thing. So on this new moon at the 1st degree, you're stepping into a new self. You're stepping into a new body, Aquarius. And if you have been ignoring that the 11th house is your actual domain, hopes and dreams. I know so many Aquarius placements where like they have all these hopes and dreams and they just never act on them. And it's actually really, really such a shame because they're oftentimes, yeah, look at that. Look at Aquarius cutting the internet. They're like, cut them. We don't want to hear it. We don't want to hear it. It's truly sad. It's really sad when I think about it because like 11th house is your house. It's your domain. But you're oftentimes the one who ignores the internet and the power of it the most, all because you want to be different. And so you ignore everything that everyone says just because you need to do different. And it's like something about your private life and your public life when there's new moons, you're having to like shift and change your belief systems, Sagittarius, around this conceptual thinking, because ultimately for starters, it is karmically hurting your bank account. Now, if you're working in an alignment with this, it's going to massively support and fund your bank account. So that's like 2 different things. What you're having to cut with Mars in Gemini, Aquarius, is your ego in the 5th house. And ultimately, I feel like I just had this conversation recently. Ultimately, your ego is just, sometimes you're just being too big-headed. It's like you are the most intellectual zodiac sign, and by default, being so smart can really make you dumb. And I don't even mean to say that in a bad way because it's like this is a good energy coming up for you. It's literally saying, look, if you can adjust your belief system, if you can adjust that head of yours, and remember that you're here to support humans, you're here to support people, you're here to support the collective, and you are here to advance how we see everything, then you can kind of supersede the fact that you have to live in a human body and you've adjusted to the human. You can remember more of who and what you are and actually move in these friend circles in a more positive and unique light.
And for you, Aquarius, I have the Death card. It was sneaky. You know, the cards didn't want to come at first, and I had a King of Pentacles, but something told me that it was wrong, so I did my little technique to adjust and to understand which card was actually for Aquarius, and it was this one, the Death card. So this is because I really feel like you are attaching to all of these things that Pernell just said. Like, you really have to allow it because the Death card is not something bad. It just means that you have to let go of something so you can have a new beginning, how you can have something else. So again, all of these things that are just blocking you and that really are just thoughts in your mind, they really have to let go in order for you to go ahead and build your empire and just gain your wealth. Because I think that a King of Pentacles is actually for you too, but it cannot come without the Death card. So your wealth is just gonna come as you surrender all of these old forms of thinking, all of this. Just because it's mainstream, I'm not gonna do it. And just because somebody else say it, I'm not gonna do it anymore. Like, if you want to do it, just do it. It doesn't matter if someone else did it. I mean, you're Aquarius, so it means that you can do it better. It means that you can just go ahead and take that already exists and make it better into something that you can even go new, like improved. So again, just take that into consideration, and your wealth is gonna come.
She said it. It's truly that simple. All right. It's truly that simple. I want to go ahead and give y'all a little dance break. All right.
Man, I hate being a Pisces. We lived at the end.
All right. So we got a little dance break. Gang, what's up, Awakening? All right. So too bad they can't give me some juvenile on that back that for the 99 and 2000. All right, here we go. So last one, Pisces. If you didn't hear your rising sign, drop your rising sign, drop your sun sign, drop your moon sign, and maybe we'll give you a little scoop follow up. So Pisces. Man, I swear to God, like this is like my entire season. It's hitting all my like natal, like all my planets that I have. So I have a Pisces stellium in the 10th house this year. So new moon manifestations.
I'm in a natural for this time.
You are a natural Pisces 10th house. Career, change, it's coming. Understand that all mutable signs provide change. So this is a mutable moon. It's a moon that changes. So it's a moon that is literally shifting and helping us find meaning behind where we have suffered in our old career. Like literally, like I feel like this is something that she wants to give. Like where and how have you suffered in your old career, and how do you see that change happening? Because I feel like this is a prime example. I feel like this is for you.
Yeah, like literally all the eclipses just hit me in my career. The last one just cut me off from my old job, but it was actually an old job. Like I just had it for a state of security, like a mental state of security. So what I had to cut was those outdated patterns that having a 9-to-5 job is going to bring me security, and it's going to bring me the money, and it's going to bring me the stability that I need, because that's not what's happening right now. So again, it's all of these changes into beliefs, and again around everything it has to do with career. So I'm just gonna go ahead and show you that you have the Two of Swords. It came out reversed. So it is about making peace with your heart and mind. Because sometimes, and I do get it, like my mind can't fully understand that it is going to be okay. Like there is no way that just because I lost that job that I'm going to be like drop dead everywhere else. So but I still have those anxiety feelings. So the thing is to balance them too, to understand and visualize and let my emotions know that it is going to be okay. Like my mind knows, my spirit knows. So now it's time for it to come down to my feelings. And this card is really, truly, I do see it as a card to meditate, because this is the only way, at least in my experience, how I found the mind and the heart to just be one, to just become one. So if this for you Pisces, if this helps, just go ahead and meditate, because it's gonna do wonders, especially if you're like in the same situation as me, where my mind already knows, my spirit already knows, but my feeling is still, sometimes the anxiety just keeps saying, and it's like, you're not safe, you're not stable, what are you gonna do next month? And then my mind's like, hey, remember, we have a plan, like it's gonna be okay. The universe told you it's gonna be okay. So there's absolutely no reason to not believe in it. And again, it's Sag season, so just believe, trust in it.
Absolutely. Just trust in it. Just believe. Hey, every Sunday, I do come out with an email list. So I just want to say, like, shout out to you, Christian, for going ahead and claiming this new 70-page free kit. All right, so it is there. I just kind of wanted to just share that and give you a personal shout out, literally to say thank you. I'm gonna remove that now. So it's there. It's in the link that's pinned up in the bio, if you were looking for it. If not, let me No, it's pinned up in the YouTube chat. So Pisces, to kind of really give you more on that forecast, she said the mental stability, the mental structures. The eclipse in Taurus went over your third house. Taurus is a sign that is obsessed with stabilizing its emotions. That's why the moon is so strong in general in Taurus. So what I'm saying is like this whole mental stability that Pisces, Sun, Moon, rises that they've been craving, especially in the moon. I really feel like especially in the moon.
So secret.
It's so secret, right? Like what you need to feel stable has changed. And this is where you're being asked to kind of catch up because it's going to support your 6 months from now. It's going to support your new image, your literally your next career image. It's going to support how you begin to climb the career ladder. Because if you climb the career ladder thinking I need this 9 to 5 thing, like she kind of said prior, and that's what you need from a mental security standpoint, the Taurus eclipse kind of already shook that up. And again, you have Saturn in the 12th house, which is asking you to really, really, really trust God in this process, really listen, cut time of time, because it's about structure. So it's about, you have to structure the time that you give to your faith right now. Like you have to literally like say, look, 8 o'clock at night, like nobody can talk to me. I'm going to go do my prayers. At 8 o'clock at night, nobody talk to me. I'm going to go do yoga and get connected with my body. At 7 in the morning, I'm doing breath work and yoga. So, nothing else bothers you during that time. Like that's what's being asked of you. And that's going to be what helps to kind of show you what your career looks like. The Pisces, you have Jupiter and Neptune in your first house. So you're dissolving illusions about who you are and who you've always been. All right. In the first house, like your personality has just not been really accurate in all sincerity. Like there was a certain smog and fog that was placed over you so that you couldn't fully and accurately see yourself. But for a reason that you likely created in a life before you even came back in this body. So that's not something to stress about. It's something to ask why, not what's happening to me and these changes in my career, my image, but what, like why is it? Why did I choose this?
And I do feel that it's just to fit in. Like literally, just as a Pisces, like we're so mutable, so adaptable that this could be going right towards the other direction. It's being so adaptable that we forget who we are in order to just fit in somewhere else. So maybe that's why we bought, and I'm gonna put myself as an example. Maybe that's why I bought that. I needed this 9 to 5 job because I've been surrounding myself with people that just tell me that that's who I am. That's what makes me safe. And just apply it to yourself right now. Where has this happened in your areas, Pisces? And just to understand that it is time to come back to your own self, to your true self, to our true self, because I'm as a Pisces, I'm doing that too. And again, just the prayers, the meditation, the yoga are just really helping me a lot to come back to my center and to understand who I really am, what I really want, and how I'm going to get it.
Yeah, Pisces, that's what it is. You got the Mars in the 4th house. So big family cuts, ancestral cuts, okay? Literally ancestral cuts. Okay, I have Mr. Navid Astrology that I'm doing a guest live with tomorrow at 9 in the morning. So I'm going to drop this here. All right, check his profile out. He reached out to me. We had a conversation on the phone. So tomorrow I'm gonna be, I think 11 in the morning, my time in Central. I'm here in Mexico, 12 noon lunchtime. Okay, for Eastern Coast, or 9 a.m. for California. So check it out. You'll be able to just click that, and I'm a guest on his channel. So to be honest, I can't give you much more. I don't know how he runs his show, but I'll be there, and I want to say thank you all for being here. I have other actual new moon and Sagittarius videos that explains the specifics. So check that out. There are some short ones, 8 minutes long. You can get your information in. Other than that, definitely want to say join the membership. I'm going to put the banner up here. This is your AstroShaman Pernell Bobby. I'm empowering a world of harmony, leveraging astrology. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, every first and third Sunday at 10 a.m. here in Mexico. I'm in an Astro Divinity membership, so I want you to check that out. They are now available. I want to say thank you. I appreciate you. I'm up out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Hit that thumbs up one last time if you haven't yet. Shout out to all of our channel members, Secret being one of them. Shout out to Awakened Phoenix being in the chat, just commenting, working with us. Rosa, one of the Sages out here. Okay, let's say Logic, really appreciate you just being in the chat with us. So that said, I'll see you all soon. Big love.